Hi, good day, everyone. Thank you for making it Teacher Chronicles this evening. My name is Suzette Morrison, and we're here once again in your living room, in your dining room, in your bedroom, on the bus going home. Yes, it has been an end of a good day, and we're going to try and go through some stuff. Let's start off by just relaxing, just breathe, just be thankful of what it is that we're grateful for is life. Many others can't do the same as what we're doing now. So I just want to make sure that I put that out there that I'm grateful that I have life. So today's session will be about last week we did equipping educators. In certain instances, putting some things together along with last episode was last week, and we touched on a lot of topics. um you can look back on my YouTube channel, my podcast channel, and you can watch, but I'm going to just share with you um not really an excerpt but something about what is going to be happening tonight. So we are going to be looking at this. Let me just share it right now. This is what we're going to be going through. Well, technology has a way of doing things. Tools are not just trendy, but fitting to be able to get you off the ground. I know most of you are not tech savvy and you feel like these things are above you, but they're not. Simple things such as showing you how to pre-record your own sessions. Yeah. If it is that you're in a space that you can be able to do that, what are the things that you need to learn or know about how to pre-record your own sessions so you can be able to. We'll be going through some of that tonight. What are some of the tools that can be used if it is that your students are offline and need your. Me say if you trouble me, you trouble God. If you try trouble no offering me, I tell you say you trouble God. If you try running, me promise you say you go. All right, so I needed to exit that. It was from my TikTok channel. Sorry about that. So we're going to look at what you can use, what tools can you use. Drop something in the comment section and let me know what are the actual tools that you can be able to use. Drop it in the comment sections that you think is fitting for teachers that can use in this time, because we're in a special era. I kept saying this, and it keep coming off my mind. Today I was talking to one of my colleagues, and I was saying to them, I was sharing it to them, that the teaching dimension has changed. We are now pushed back in what we call a COVID session, but more, where we're going to have to think critically on what we're doing in our classroom, because our students itself, they too are hurting, and they too are mentally not stable. So what it is that we're going to do is paramount. So let's start by just rethinking what we're going to be doing and then take it from there. So I will be sharing my screen in a short while. You can follow me on Power of Teaching on my YouTube channel, and also Power of Teaching on my Instagram page, Power of Teaching up with tech on my TikTok as well, Suzette Morrison on Instagram. So I have so many social handles, it's not funny. But I'm out there. You can find me. We can have a discussion. So now tonight is all about this. I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. It's all about this. Reconnecting. In the age of AI, reconnecting. So what do we do in that site? Do we pivot? What do we do? What do we do? Do we sit down and try to think about it, or do we pivot and look for things to get it done? So let's talk about it. Let's look at it. Let's dissect it. So welcome again to my stream, Teacher Chronicles once again. My name is on screen, so let's go right into it. Today's session is all about the flipped classroom using AI. Teaching after the storm must have AI tools that actually work. So these, when I looked at the dimension of what is going to happen, I did a lot of deep dives in terms of getting information. Some are still work in progress for me, but the others I learned as I go along. There are other technologies, there are other tools that can be able to lift you out of the gutter, so to speak, put you on a better side, rebuilding what you have already done. So let us try and see what we can go through. So tonight's podcast is all about teaching after the storm. Must have tools that actually work. So prepared educators and learners for resilient, adaptive teaching in any crisis. So this is a broad statement, and I must say it takes a lot to get into. But as I said to somebody, sometimes you have to try different things to get to where you want to go. All right? So the storm is over. This storm is over. And now the storm is over, what do we do? So the generative AI tools are out there, and it was a wave that hit us hard. But it felt like a crisis, but the storm is now passing. Now we're left with a new landscape. And the landscape is time to move from reacting to rebuilding. So we have to move from reacting to rebuilding. It's a good way of putting things out there and try to make it work for you. So we're not here alone. All right? We're not there alone. Others are there with us, and they're going to help you go through it. So what next? So the new mindset is that AI is not just any old tool. You must now look at AI as a co-pilot for you. Stop thinking of AI as a cheating mechanism or a cheating tool or a cheating machine, but start thinking of it as a tool. It's a co-pilot for not just teachers, but tutors, students alike. If you find that intriguing, leave something in the comment below. Tell me what you think about it. What are your views on that? Some may ask, why this? Why now? Why are we going through all of this? Why you're here? Why you want to speak on this now? Why this? Why this dimension? Why this thing? Why we're looking at this now? And I'm saying, after a storm, students return to the classroom with mixed emotions. Not just them, not just students alone, but faculty members, educators, people overall. And it disrupts their daily routine. Now, as teachers, you need tools that to restore connection, reduce your stress level, and also rebuild learning momentum once again. So how do we do this? By using AI to accelerate recovery and support in the whole classroom experience. And it doesn't take a technical person to get this done. As I said in my little spoiler video of my interview video, if you feel like you're tech savvy and you can't go through it, watch this video. There's one simple thing I'm going to show you, and you'll be amazed. Trust me. So after you've seen the storm and the storm has passed, and now we're telling you why you're here, why this matters, let's do something else. It's time to reclaim your space after the storm. It's time to take back learning and make it more fun again. Not forgetting where we're from, not forgetting what we have gone through, not forgetting that we're still in the space, but try to use the mechanism that we have to improve and rebuild and repivot and make things more resilient again. How do we do that? What you need to do. If you know of anything that you can use to get it off the ground, just leave a comment. Share something. Let everyone else know what it is that they can do outside of just the regular. Now, one of the things that you're going to learn, and I must say, try to adapt to, is try to look at building a more resilient and playful, lesson plan. I was taken back in a thought just a while ago, don't worry. What do I mean by that though? These are some tips, and it won't be long because, as I said, I'm not going to take you away from what you were doing. But I felt like I need to get on board and show persons the little things that can work in their space. So the lesson plan booster is this. ChatGPT, DeepFit.me, or EduAid. And I spoke of EduAid in many spheres, either on this channel or by my training with other professionals that I shared with. It has immense talent. You can be able to use it to do very much things, and you can able to use it to rebuild lesson plans quickly. You have one already. You have done one since the semester started. What it needs to be repolished a little, because now things happen and you have to go back in and edit it. You can have that. You can have either one of these tools help you to do that. Also, you can create differentiating materials. Right now, you are teaching a class that has different. You had one style of learning. Now you have it now changes. So the style of learning has changed now. So the persons are not as how they were before. So now you're going to have to make some form of pivot. Generate worksheets and quizzes. So it's not just a plain it's not just a plain worksheet. No. You're going to be generating a worksheet that infuses what is happening, one, or are more dedicated to changing how the student may feel about the particular topic.
And the AI can be able to assist you in that. So for instance, you're in a classroom and you're doing communication, and you want to give them something that is a lived experience. So you can use a worksheet to state that. You can ask the AI to say, as an educator with vast knowledge in climate change, create a communication worksheet that may appeal to, and you put the different learning styles in it that the students maybe appreciate. You give them some of the unit objectives that it must cover, and you also ask it to give it lived experience topics that they can be able to look into. And once that is provided, then you can be able to work with it. Because the regular things that we normally do has to change. And for many reasons, not just for the sake of the storm that we're in, but AI in general has changed how we do things, and we must look into it and restructure how we do things in classroom. So after we've done all of that and it generates the worksheet, it creates some materials that you can be able to connect to the different styles in your classroom. And now it rebuilds your lesson plans quickly, so you're now able to do something and pivot now. What else? What else? So tip 2 gives you a different. It says creating classroom reconnection activities. So the AI can assist you in creating icebreakers. You can play what this no charades. Ask it to provide a topic that you can use charades in. So persons can be able to relive, or not relive, but give experiences, speak about what they've gone through by using mimics of a charade. Creating collaborative tasks, putting them in groups so they can team up with the other peers and speak about what they're going through different tasks that is given. So that's our next option. These are not cast in stone. These can be redone. So don't think, but because I put it on screen, that's the only thing that you can do. You have other things that you can actually do. So after we have gone through all of that and we have made some not quick roads ahead, but we're looking now at reconnecting with our students in the classroom. And now you're saying to yourself, oh my God, how am I going to do that now? After all of this? She's for real? This one is a doozy. On going through researching for tools that can be used in the classroom, I said to myself, what if these people don't have light? How can they use AI? All right, them get a little data and it might not strong. What tools can they use not to use up the data service too much? So there are two that I've placed on this slide, and there's one called GimKit, GIMKIT. I'll make sure to leave that link under my description of this, so you can be able to go there for yourself and look at it. So utilizing dedicated offline AI systems like Alrain and CID, which operate locally on Android devices, not taken away from the iPhone, but we're speaking now on just these four, or low-end hardware without requiring the internet. And this is very paramount, because there are certain spaces now in the educational sector that they have not yet gone back to the normality of having internet or technological infrastructure placed back into their classroom, so they can be able to do what they normally do. So what do you do if you don't have it? These tools offer personalized learning assistance, content generation, and it's available with connectivity is restored as well. So you can able to what you call sync the information, and after a while you'll able to go back and look at it. You can use content preparation as well, preloading these tools such as like I said, the platform, which be able to put like your quizzes, whatever assessments on it, and then the students can be able to go on it without the internet. So it's a tool that you need to look into. Also, you can also look at using Copilot Microsoft 365. If it is that you don't have the license, that's the next thing. So we have to think outside the box now and look at different mechanisms that don't require so much technical know-how. All right, so I've given you 3 tips for the night, and I'm going to look at some strategic roles and way forward with this now. So one of them is normalizing your feelings and experience. What do I mean by this? It's clear. You are going into a classroom now that has many instances to it. And you being a teacher, you being the person that has the knowledge, would have to make sure that you rap with your students as normal as possible and make your feelings known. You're human. You can share your experience as well and let them know that they're not alone. Providing choice-based learning tasks. So it's not the normal way of after you've done one exercise, go to the next. Try choosing something that will be able to improve, or what you said, make them feel a little bit more motivated and work on their morale. Because some of them are feeling low now, because if it's not a family member, it's a close friend that is in this situation. And they're suffering from survival guilt that they have a school to go back to, they have place to sleep, but their friends are not. So you have to be mindful of that as well. And also, do remember, and I look into this and I must tell myself this sometimes, celebrate the small things in life. Small wins. Today you got to one part of your lesson with the students and they understood, and you have a class of 25 and about 19 came or 17 came. You tell yourself, okay, I'm getting somewhere. And of the 19, all of them turned up and were enthused to be in the classroom. That's good. That's good. It's a work in progress. Last week, 5 of them come and they were very much participating in anything that you provided. This week, it's different. So let's celebrate those small wins. It's getting somewhere. Keep communication open and supportive. This is not the time to put yourself in a box and say, I'm not speaking. I can't bother with all of this. It's a time to make yourself available. I mean, don't overburden yourself with all the stresses that are out there. Because I did say that in my first podcast, just to be mindful of what the things that you're assisting with. Take some time for yourself. But keep the channel open so other persons, students, or anyone else can have some open, supportive communication channel so they can be able to either speak to you or put them to somebody that they can sit down with, their guidance counselors. At my institution, our counselors at the counseling unit are doing a very fantastic job. They have times where they sit and rap with the students, even though they're trying to make sure that they meet with them at where they are in different modes, either by WhatsApp calls, something, to make sure that they know that they are somebody or somewhere that they can sit and speak about something. So don't be afraid to sit and talk to a student. I mean, you're not a psychologist, you're not a guidance counselor, but you can offer advice. Now, this is the part where you say to yourself, shall I show me all them something, Do you know me have life? you know if we can use all of these? Well, you can start by looking at what it offers and then try to create something when you can. So this was not developed by me. It was developed by Dr. Rein, Reinhard, Chris Reinhard, Dr. Reinhard. I follow him on LinkedIn, so you can go over to LinkedIn and follow him as well. There are several entities on LinkedIn that I follow, and they post things time and time again, and I use them on my channel to empower other educators of what is happening out there. So there are different aspects of creating expectations, creating routines, organizing from student groups to gamifying learning. Some of these things can work, okay? You can be able to use them when the normalcy has come back to your space, right? So if it is that you need more of this, you can also send me a comment, and I'll send it back to you. So now we're going to pause for 5 minutes. We're going to come offline for just 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, but less than five, just to set up this and show you. And then I'm going to give you a little sheet. I'll provide a QR code in our next session for that. But let's talk a little. So I'm still going to be here. But I'm going to be just setting up for this. So I'll be back in a minute. So I'm back. Now you're going to be pre-recording your lesson, and you may ask yourself, why am I doing this? them always come to school. They do come to school, but there are times when you may not be able to meet them face to face. But you're able to do this and send it to them so they can be able to know. Ah, my my esteemed guest lecturer is here. Let me let her in. Miss Clark Martin, are you hearing me? All right, so let me try and sort this out and give me a second. Hi, you're there? But I'm not hearing your. Huh? I'm unable. I don't know what happened. I'm unable to view. Yeah. Hold on. When it is when you start doing something and it just not working. Hmm. Are you able to hear me, Cheryl? Oh, wow, there's something happening. Not. Oh, okay. Hmm. There's something wrong with her device. All right, so she's probably going to work it out and then come back to us. So let me just um, hastily try to get this off. I'm definitely going to do some editing. Ah, all right, so here on screen, I'm gonna try to zoom in so you can be able to see it. Is let me say, Cheryl, you're with us. You can. I'm not. If you're able to speak, just speak, so we can, so I can know you're with us. Oh no. Hmm. All right. I will have to look into it. I'm not sure because I'm not seeing where you have a microphone or anything actually connected to the device that you're using. Because when I look at it, it's not showing me that. It says no device available. But we'll look into it. So if it is that you want to pre-record your lessons, guys, pre-record lessons can help you in many ways. Preparing for your class beforehand and want the students to actually see the information before you can do this. So one is to prepare your slides. So you're going to keep your slides clean and simple and use large fonts. All of that is something standard for when you're doing something. Hmm. Hmm. All right. I'm not getting her. I'm trying to get her, but it's not working. Now, as I said to you before, it's very useful. So let's look at it now. Oh. So you open a recording studio on the app itself, and then you go to the slideshow. Yeah, you click on slideshow recording and use the record tab. Then you record your narration. You speak clearly in steadily using pen. You can use a pen to actually narrate what you're doing. I'll show you in a few. You afterwards you review or edit your recording, then export as a video, and then share with your students via your different channels, whether it be YouTube classrooms, Teams, or WhatsApp. As no notation should be that you keep your tips, keep your lessons 8 to 12 minutes long. Break in between the topics, so short segments, so your students can be able to digest what it is that you're teaching them and have time to have questions. maintain a calm pace and speak clearly. All right, so this, what I just created, can be taken from chat GPT or anyone, because all I did it was ask it for instructions and it provided me with this. So let's try to do it live. So I'm going to, all right, so I'm going to take you off. um don't know what's happening, Cheryl. Don't know what's happening. But technology for you. No. Oh, all right. So now I'm going to use this same um PowerPoint that we had, and I'm going to try and do it. So bear with me. I'm going to go back and share my screen. So we're here, and the instruction says slideshow, record. See where I'm doing it? So I'm selecting the record from current slide or from beginning. So I'm going to do it from the beginning. Okay, so if it is that you're using like for instance for me, I'm going to take off my mic, not my mic, but my video for a minute. So I'm gonna stop sharing, close out of this, come off here. I'm still with you, but because I'm going to be doing what I just said I was doing, it's not giving me the option to do it. So record, you can do screen recording or you can do the slide recording. So I'm going to go back again, home, slideshow, record from current slide. Your media, USB, okay, so I can't close the app, but it is, once you do that, you select record. You is either you're gonna put your face on it, you select the record. I'm gonna record it. So it's now recording, and you're able to see the information right there, going through all of them. From once that is finished, you can click on stop recording, and then export. You want to export the video. Now I see it's exporting. So please note, if it is that you're using you're using the, say for instance, your camera and your mic, you can't use both of them when you're doing it. All right, let's do Customize export. Now customize export. Now I can be able to tell it what I want it to do. You can browse and tell it where you want it to go. Export there. So I've just placed it in a folder. So it won't give you the option to, okay. I don't want to do it that way. Alright, so this is the gist of it. Once it exports it to where it needs to do, it's gonna send it there and then it's gonna be able to save it. Alright, so it's not hard to do. So you can be able to do it and then create the video. Send it to where you want it to send it here. And then when you want to go back to look at it, you can. That's one aspect of it. The next aspect you can do is screen recording. So screen recording is a little bit different. I want to be able to do something in this space, right? I'm gonna just switch over. So I created this space. I'm gonna switch over now and show you. Stop sharing, share again. So I've selected here as my base and I'm going to record. So it's recording the information that is here. All the information that I want here, I've recorded it. And now when I've finished, I'm going to click on stop. It's going to carry it back to destination. And it's going to export it to somewhere that I want it to export it to. And then I can be able to go there and watch it. So let's look at it from this standpoint. Let me show it back to you. So this is the video that I just did. Look at it. So it's recording the information that is here. All the information that I'm here. I've recorded it. And then when I finish, stop. See? And this is actually placed on a file on the actual PowerPoint for you to be able to do it. Or you can export it as you can save it, that one file here. You can do something like this. You can play back, or you can trim it. You can save it as a media file, and then in the interim you can use it or upload it to your WhatsApp group or wherever, so your students can be able to see what you have done. So let me do it over again. Once you're on PowerPoint, you select your record. You can do screen recording, or you can record from the slide. When you're doing from the slide, it takes into consideration if you have a video camera and if you have your picture, your video down the bottom in a circular motion, and use the camera that is on your system, and then you can go through and record everything. And then once it's finished, you can export it to your device where it is your desktop, and then you can be able to upload it to your actual platforms, WhatsApp or anywhere else, as a media file, which is an MP4. So your students can be able to watch it every time they can get a chance to. So as we wrap up here, we just put it back in slideshow so you can be able to see it. As we wrap up, I just wanted to know that all of this is secondary. You take your time and you try. Right now, you can try any tool this week. Share your experience using the tool. Today, I had a very interesting sit down with one of my colleagues. Um, she was supposed to be online tonight, but she had other prior engagements. And she was telling me the experience she had using the tools since I introduced them to her and our son introduced them to her. And I was saying that's what I wanted, raw edited experience. So she basically shared her experience using it, creating different materials for her class. It took less than an hour for her to get everything together, and it had an impact on her students because they were able to relate to the material. So these are the things you can share with your other colleagues. Share your experience. Somebody may want to hear what you have done or used it for so they can be able to try it. Help others. Mm. You can help other educators to recover and strive by what? Sharing what you know. Give them information that you've just got here or anywhere else so they can be able to strive just like you. Don't forget to like, share, and review the supporting community that is I'm trying to build here. Comment, tell me what else you want to see, and I will try my endeavor best to get it done. Now, by next podcast session, yes, we're culminating our session, our season next week, Thursday. Next week, Thursday at 8 o'clock, I will have a new series, new session episode to show you. But it will be my last for this month, closing out November, and I will be working on some other um, end of year projects that will be able to engage technologically other educators, other persons, and invite them in the space to know that technology is it's not an enemy, it's your friend. So my next podcast is next week's November the 27th. I should have put 2025. I'm gonna do that at 8 o'clock. Right? It's gonna be on research in the digital age of AI, bridging the gap. You ever started using AI and you wonder how it is going to help you with research? Watch this series. You ever using AI, you don't know which tools can get you to where you want? Watch this session. And I invite anyone else that knows anyone that has used it to not to regurgitate your thesis paper and give it back to you, but helped you to break down those tough topics to make it a little bit more manageable for you to read and summarize and put things in order so you can take it from where it is and carry it to where it should be on your final paper. I myself must tell you that I did that. I can tell you it helped me do a lot of heavy lifting. It basically broke down some of the barriers in terms of understanding some of these articles, and I was able to flesh out the information and get to where I wanted to go. And it took up a lot of time. I'm also going to be sharing some tidbits and an article that I recently got from my VP from UTech that spoke about the usage of AI in a research strategy. So it's going to be very fulfilling. It's going to be very informative. It's going to be very practical. Now, outside of that, I'm also going to be doing a guest lecture tomorrow. Hmm. Very busy girl, right? Yes. I'm a part of the School of Computer Studies, meaning I do lectures with them. I'm also a member of the ICT department where I work. So, in light of that, they had a topic that they wanted their students to actually under, get a knowledge from somebody that is working in the field. So they invited me to to do a lecture, giving them some insights of it. So it's network devices. It's really interesting because you'll never know. You may learn something from this. So if it is that you're online on YouTube, you can look for the School of Computing YouTube channel, and you can take in my lecture. So I'll be doing it tomorrow at 2 o'clock. In It's a face to face endeavor, but it will be streamed on their YouTube channel afterwards, so you can be able to see it. And if I get the link before, I'll share it on my channel as well. So, guys, it has been a pleasure sitting with you, talking with you, having the last, not last moments, but just sitting and having a conversation. Remember now to like, share, and comment, and follow me on all socials, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. See you next week, Thursday, at 8 o'clock here, where I'll be dissecting another topic that you can be able to learn from. Continue to be curious, continue to help your one another, and support all the initiatives that are out there, so we can be able to rebuild Jamaica even better. Have yourself a wonderful evening.